Well, hello everyone. Nicola here, Colourful Keys and Vibrant Music Teaching, coming on for a little bit of a surprise live, which I like saying just because it almost rhymes. But yeah, this was unscheduled. I decided to hop on here because we have just announced our live event is happening and I want to give you all the details of it. So we're officially on a break from our usual lives here, but I wanted to fill you in on the details in case you're making summer plans and thinking about what you're going to do this July, and maybe you could make it to our event. I know we have an audience all over the world, so maybe you can't make it, but even if you need to travel a little bit, this could be a really fun weekend for you. I hope it will be enjoyable, enriching, and also educational. This is going to be an event in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the US. So I've previously done events here in Ireland, and it's not feasible really for anyone to come from outside Ireland, so they're understandably smaller because it's just local Irish teachers. But this is our first time running one in the US, and I've thought about this for a long time and wanted to do it. It's been a long time in the making, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be small, and for that reason, I believe it will have a stronger sense of community and togetherness, and it's just going to be a wonderful experience. I'm so excited for it. I really hope you can come. So I'm going to show you the event page so you can get an overview of it, and if you have any questions, please do write them in the chat as well. So this is the actual event page, and the link is in the description here in case you want to check it out. So it's in Cincinnati, that's Ohio, in the US if you're not familiar. So maybe you can make it over there to talk to us. I had some teachers ask whether it will be open to non-US teachers, whether it's specifically for Americans. It definitely isn't. You can come down from Canada, you can come from further afield. It's totally up to you if you want to make a trip of it and maybe combine it with another destination for more of a holiday. That's what I do for a lot of these conferences that I travel a long way to be at. So why did I pick Cincinnati? Because I feel like I'm getting that question. Because it sounds a bit, not random. I don't want to be offensive to people from Cincinnati, but it's not like a big destination. I did that on purpose. It's because it makes it more affordable all the way around. So if I did something in Seattle or San Francisco or Chicago or New York, yes, maybe it's easier for you to get there, maybe slightly cheaper to get there, although Cincinnati's pretty well connected. However, once you get there, it is crazy expensive, and we have to make the event more expensive because the venue will be more expensive. So this is my way of making it affordable. And I also just like a smaller city that you can get around easily, that you don't get stuck in traffic. I think it makes all of these things so much easier when I go to conferences in the music teaching space and in business conferences and all sorts of things. I prefer when it's in a smaller city. So that's why we've landed here. I considered a few different locations around here. It was nearly in Indianapolis, but Cincinnati's only like 2.5 hours down the road, so that's not so bad if you are in Indianapolis, and we're hoping for that. It turned out that there was a NASCAR event that weekend, which is why we had to pivot, and we found this fantastic venue in Cincinnati. I'm so excited about it. So let me show you a little bit of an overview. That's me talking about it. You don't need to see that right now. You can look at it later. And some testimonials from folks who have attended some of our events previously. A bit about me, and here's the schedule. So it's going to be 2 days, July 20th and 21st. That's 20th and 21st of 2024. It's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And most of the sessions are given by me, and then we have another couple of speakers, special guests who have yet to be announced. So we'll let you know when we have final details on them. But for now, they're a mystery. But there are a lot of sessions for me covering a huge range of things. So I'll go through them. We're starting with this session, which is quite a new one. You won't have seen me give it before. I'm giving it just before this in Australia. But this will be its US premiere. If you want to see it like that, looking back from the year 2100. So the idea of this is to set us up for forward thinking and really having a vision for where we want our whole industry to go. So that's what we're kicking off with. Then we're going to do a much more active session. I've alternated between sitting and listening and then participating more. The next session is the Power Booster Accelerator. So this, you'll see it's on both days. On the first day, we're taking the first year of piano for a student, and we're racing through it, picking different points along the way to stop and see what kind of things they are doing at that stage and what kind of a foundation that is laying for them in their music studies. And I want you to experience this as if you're a student. I'm not going to be condescending or anything, but I want you to have that experience of the beginner ear training and the beginner improvisation, what that looks like, and then jumping ahead a few months. I do this kind of thing a lot with the trainee teachers that I have here, because I think we can get really caught in the weeds and really drill into the details of what students are doing right now. And we need to zoom out instead sometimes and look at where are they going? What's the overall trajectory? So this is setting us up for another element, which we'll get to in a moment, and just giving you that experience and also making some music together, having some fun with lots of games and improv and stuff like that. Then we'll have our coffee break. Coffee beverages of your choice are provided. And then we'll have a session on practice pie, so focusing on parent involvement in practice. The next one, I kind of want to leave a bit of a mystery. This is one of my favorites. It's called the easy button. And we're going to be taking a couple of pieces and looking at how to make them as easy as possible for students. That might sound counterintuitive to you, it might sound great, but yeah, you can read more details about that. Then we have our lunch break. Lunch is included, so lunch will be provided. There's no need to go out and rush and queue and all of that I normally deal with at these big conferences. Lunch will be there in the same room. You're welcome to go out and, spend some time by yourself if you want a break from the socializing. There's no pressure to have lunch with us, but it will be there and it will be provided. After lunch, we have our special guest, and then our coffee break again. Got to recaffeinate, right? And then uncommon sense teaching, which is about some of the misconceptions that bleed into our studio, particularly for the student versus teacher or parent versus teacher, where we believe it's obvious that fill in the blank and they have no idea, and then we run into these roadblocks because of those things. At the end of the day, we have an optional craft and chatter. So this is one of my cozy elements of the event. You absolutely can opt out of this. If you're done with the day and you want to go for a walk outside or just go sit by yourself in your room at your hotel or whatever, that's fine. You will be welcome to leave. Obviously, you can dip in and out to your heart's content anyway. But this is for those who really want to get in as much teacher chat as humanly possible at the event. And at the end of the day, we'll be providing some crafty bits and pieces, suggestions for projects. Again, no pressure to do them, but they'll be fun so that you can sit around and craft and natter away to your heart's content. Then on day 2, at the end of day 1, we will have an option where we can kind of help you organize your dinner. It is, you're on your own for dinner. We're not providing that, but we will help you to find buddies to have dinner with, essentially, at the end of the first day. So you can continue your teaching chat with a smaller group. And then on day 2, we start with the Neurodivergent Teaching Toolkit, one of the best received sessions, I'll say it that way, that audiences really seem to love. It's very detailed and practical about teaching all kinds of students, really. Then we continue with the Power Booster Accelerator, looking at years 2 and 3, so going lightning fast through what are students learning at this stage. And this is where, with this, you can disagree with me. It's about giving an overview of what I think should be included to set you up for thinking, what is most important to you? Because we have to prioritize, right? And we have our coffee break and our teen session. We're going to do some jamming in this session. So we're going to play together with some pop music, playing along with chord charts like I do with a lot of my teens in our jam band classes, and also talk about general teen retention, because that was one of the top requested topics on our survey about this event. Then we have curriculum checkpoints. And this is going to be an active brainstorming session for all of you. So at your group or in your own time, you're going to be brainstorming what you want to be in your curriculum. I'm going to make a start on creating your own custom curriculum for your studio and what that might look like. So I'll give you a framework to work within, and then you can work in your small groups, or as I said, take your time and do it by yourself, and take some time to look at the overview of what's happening in your studio. Then we have our lunch break. Again, that's catered, so that's included. Our next special guest, soon to be announced, as I said, another coffee break. And then our last big session is the policy problem solver. So for this, I'm going to be laying out signs on the different tables we have on common policy issues that come up for teachers. So common business issues that teachers have. One of those signs, spoiler alert, will obviously say makeup lessons. And there'll be other common issues that come up. And you can go to that table and discuss with your peers, with the other attendees, your issues you're having, and the team will be circulating around to help resolve those issues or give suggestions as well, so that you can finally get those things fixed. The summer is a great time to resolve these things and get them squared away before the new school year. And then I didn't want to finish on a business note, so we're finishing. Our last session is very short. It's the Circle of Fifths Odyssey in rapid speed. We're going to journey around the Circle of Fifths together, doing a big group, massive group improvisation together around the total Circle of Fifths to finish on a very musical note. And then again, the optional end of the day, if you need to toddle off and get home, you have a long drive ahead of you, that's fine. You're welcome to leave. But if you have time to stick around, we're going to finish with a Ceilidh. So a Ceilidh is a, let's say, Irish dance party. So we're going to be doing some Irish dancing. I'm going to teach you a very, very simple Irish group dance. You don't need to be good at dancing. A lot of people at these things don't even dance, really. I did a lot of proper Irish dancing, right, with the steps and the river dance thing. But for a Ceilidh, you don't even need to know how to do basic steps. You can walk it and it will still be fun. So there's no pressure to dance well, but I'll teach you the moves for couple of simple Ceilidh dances, and we'll finish off with a little Ceilidh. Just because I wanted to bring a bit of Ireland over to you. Then the location. So it's in Cincinnati, as I've said many times. The location is beautiful. I highly suggest you check it out on the Google Maps listing. You can go there and look at some of the photos. It's called the Penthouse, and it has views over the city, really gorgeous views, and there's a roof terrace. So I love that on the coffee breaks and the lunch, you'll be able to step outside for a moment with your coffee. You're not stuck in like a basement of a hotel. It's a beautiful room filled with natural light, and then you can also step outside into the sunshine, hopefully sunshine, as well. So that gives you an overview. Now we have a super early bird price at the moment. It's $225 for the 2 days, and this is only until April 30th, but it's also a limited number of tickets. So I don't know if they're going to last till April 30th. This is the first time we're running this event. I'm going to be honest and I have no conception of whether we'll run out of that limited number. We have more tickets beyond that, but at the higher price, or whether it'll last till April 30th. Either way, they're definitely going away on that date, but they may go away sooner. So I would say start thinking about it, start making your plans. I know it's not something you can make a decision like that. You need to think about it. You need to think about traveling there. Unless you live in Cincinnati, and then you probably can just make a decision like, yeah, I'm free that weekend, I'll go. And in which case, go ahead and book your ticket right now. But either way, whether you'll be traveling a little bit of a distance or just coming down the road, I hope you'll consider it. It's going to be such an enjoyable 2 days. I'm already looking forward to it so much. I can't believe we're able to make this happen. I'm so excited for it. I promise you, you won't feel lonely or like an odd person out if you come on your own. Most people will probably be coming on their own, and we're going to do everything to make sure you have people to chat to. The thing is, we will be doing things to facilitate that. But honestly, when I bring teachers from our community together, I don't have to do that much to facilitate that, because everyone who gravitates towards vibrant music teaching and colourful keys is a super open-minded, friendly and welcoming person. That's just the type of people in our community. There's very few, if any, exceptions to that. So I guarantee you're going to have some friendly people there, because that's just what vibrant music teachers are like. And at the very least, I hope I count as friendly, and so does all of the team that's going to be there as well, Team Vibrant Music. We're going to be there helping out and making sure you feel cared for and comfortable. So don't worry about coming alone. If you do want to come with a buddy though, we have a special double bird price, so you can pair up with someone and get a little bit more of a discount if you want to do that. And you're going to feel welcome, you're going to feel a great sense of community, and you're also going to learn some great stuff. Even if you follow a lot of what I do, some of these sessions are brand new, so they haven't been seen anywhere else. And we have our 2 special guests as well. And I've heard this from people many times who, have been members since the beginning, right? 6 years of membership with Vibrant Music Teaching. And yet I see them at one of the conferences I attend, and they come to the session and they come up to me afterwards and say, I have heard you say this before, but it hit different. Because there is something special about being in person with people. And I always find when I go to these in-person events that it sparks new ideas and new things and different ways of thinking about the same issue that's been on my mind. Suddenly I get clarity in a lot of cases. So I hope you'll check out all the details. Do let us know if you have any questions. You can just write here in the chat or email us support@vibrantmusicteaching.com, and we'll be happy to help. I'll see you there.